Okay, we are live. We're live on both platforms. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? I haven't talked to you in quite some time. For those who don't know, my name is Nie Re, and I am the reader here under CrownRoseTarot. You can also find me on askniere on Instagram. Today, what we're doing is a live pick a card reading. 2 days ago, we did a vote on the next topic of our live, and most people chose the question, "Am I heading in the right direction in my life?" So that's what we're doing. I have 3 pals here. If you haven't seen them yet, you can go back on the timeline to see what those choices are. But for now, I'll show it here. So for the first pile, I have the black obsidian ring. For pile 2, I have Cinnabar stone. And for pile 3, I have the elephant. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Elizabeth. Okay. So if you haven't chose yet, you can take time to do that. But I want to go ahead and get started. This will be a recorded live, so then you can always come back to it. For those of you who are on Instagram, you can roll over to Facebook and you can get this live. So I'm gonna start now with pile 1. It is 3:15. Okay. So for those of you who chose pile 1, the black obsidian ring, are you heading in the right direction in your life? So for the first card, I have this card. It says Nautilus Princess, powerful personal growth. The next card I have is called Purity. Your next card is Chiron, Healing. Hey, Nita. Yeah, these are piles. If you scroll through the timeline, you can pick your card. And then the last card is called Ace of Emotions. So for pile 1, I see a lot of personal growth. For you guys, it's pretty self-explanatory. You guys may have been through a lot, or you're going through a transformation at this time. You're being told to focus on yourself. And if you have been doing that, focusing on your self-development, really taking a look at who you are and the things that you need to work on, I see how that's going to help transform you at this time. I do see a cleanse that needs to take place. There's a lot of like murkiness, certain things from the past that you need to let go of. If you're able to sage your home, take a spiritual bath. There are people and things that you just have to let go of. Hey, Bianca. So not only are you going through a transformation, but you're being cleansed from the inside out. So just know that when you are doing your inner work, it's going to reflect on the outside. So like I said, make sure you take your spiritual baths and cleanse your space, clear out anyone that no longer needs to be in your space anymore, and also be mindful of the foods that you're eating. This is a very delicate time. I don't suggest alcohol and things like that because I see how it's going to add on to this, to making you more heavy. You want to be able to release those things. So it's also just another time to let go. With the Chiron healing card, I see things being healed in terms of childhood wounds. So anything that happened to you in your childhood, from the time that you were born, up until like your early 20s. Those are things that you have to sort out. You're going to be looking at the relationship between your mother and father and other family members and friends, who was prominent and who wasn't. So working on that Chiron healing is also a part of your purpose in this life, and really being able to unlock those things that maybe people said that you couldn't do, and now you're finding that you can do it. So I suggest for pile 1 to really take a look at Chiron, where it is in your chart, how you can unlock it, what sign is it under. I know for me, Chiron in my astrological chart, it's in the sign of Leo. So, you know, some of us, we may have to work on self-worth, confidence, things of that nature. I'm also hearing something about sacral chakra and root chakra. So if, you know, pile 1, if you were someone who went through molestation or any type of trauma, these are the types of things that you want to be able to work through. So for the last card, I want to read it. It says, this shrub is announcing that a wonderful new emotional experience is coming into your life. You may meet someone new who makes your heart flutter, or your current relationship will experience a reawakening. It's also possible that your intuitive abilities will be greatly increased by your open heart. So, you know, with this transformation that's happening for pile 1, I said sacral chakra, root chakra, and now I'm seeing a heart chakra, right? These are things that you could look into these are things that you could look into on your own time. So, you know, like the card is saying, some of you may be entering new relationships, meeting someone that gives you like an inspiration. And for those of you who may not end up meeting anyone, I just see where like it's a new start to having a new way of expressing your emotions. Maybe you weren't able to do that as a child. Maybe you have an air moon. Air moon meaning Libra, Aquarius, Gemini moon. I know that when people have air moons in their chart, that it's really difficult to like process those emotions. So I think it looks good. So far what I'm getting is, yes, you guys are heading in the right direction. I'm going to pull some additional cards to see what else is here with my Celestial Tarot deck. One of my favorites. So Spirit, what else? What else do you have to say about pile 1? What else do you have to say about pile 1 and the direction of their lives? Okay. So I just saw a vision of someone crying. Some of you guys need to do that more. That's also possible that that's something that will be unlocking for you soon. Maybe you are the type of person that doesn't cry as much, but I see a cleansing and release here. I just got the 10 of Cups. I have the Empress. And I have the Ace of Pentacles. So, let me hold this up just real quick. Okay, you guys. Okay, it's really intense. Again, this is telling me the emotional fulfillment that you're going towards in your life. Some of you guys want a family. Some of you guys want that ultimate long-term commitment. And I see that this is here in your reach, right? So a lot of emotions are flowing. You have to allow it to do that. For some of you, like from what I'm feeling, a lot of energy is in this area with the heart. I mentioned that before, like I just feel like a lot of build-up energy. It's pretty overwhelming. You have to release that. Some of you guys are going to end up meeting an Empress. This is someone who has a lot of what you like. This card is also under the planet of Venus. Hey, Shekinah. This card is also under the planet of Venus, so this is confirmation that something is going to take place in your love life. And like I said, you will be going more towards something that you actually want, something that's actually fulfilling you, something that's actually going to make you happy. So if you do the things that I mentioned for you to do, then you can begin to unlock more of this, okay? So for your last card, I have the Ace of Pentacles, pile 1. This is stability coming into your life, right? So where you're heading towards more stability, more security. I see how you're getting your money together. And you might come across more of a stable relationship. I mentioned something about long term. Better money, new job perhaps. So something coming in terms of career. It just shows me how your happiness is really aligned with having this family life, something that's put together, something to show for, your legacy, being able to make money and not really having to worry about struggling as much as you may have been in the past. Whoever this person is that's going to be coming into your life, or who already is, this is someone that you need to go ahead and embrace, because it shows me how this person is going to take you to the next level. And I'm also getting helping you to unlock more things about yourself. So pile 1, yes, you are heading in the right direction. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to move on to pile 2. So pile 2. Pile 2 is the Cinnabar stone. Okay, first card, it says Lady with a Bosch Egg, Ancient Wisdom for pile 2. Focus, sacrifice, Six of Thought. So for pile 2, your ancestors are really trying to talk to you right now. Trying to talk to you about some of the things that you've been through in the past, leading up to now. They really, really want you to get these lessons, right? Because that's what's going to help you move in a better direction. I suggest you guys meditate. Pay more attention to the signs and the symbols that they are sending you. It already shows me that pile 2 has a lot of wisdom as it is. But sometimes you guys don't really listen in the way that you should. And you have to make sure that you do that. Because if you don't, then you're going to keep cycling backwards. So just make sure you adhere to this wisdom and the things that your ancestors are trying to tell you. I see how for pile 2, it's really important to have a focus. Get familiar with your motivation, with your goals, the things that you want to do in life. Create a list, write, do something. To get these thoughts organized, because I see that organization for you is going to play a big role in you moving forward. Focus on your creativity, whatever that looks like. You got to focus on something. I'm getting that for some of you might be a bit scattered in the things that you do. So a planner may be good. I'm hearing that you just have to get your schedule together. Also, I'm hearing that there are some people around you that you need to like tune out because they might not be giving you the best advice. Because at the end of the day, like, you know who you are, you know what you've been through. What do you have to say about you, right? So, really decipher who's who in your life and really try to figure out like which piece of advice is more helpful than others because everybody's not giving you the information that you need to know. For some of you, I see people bringing you down. I'm also, along with the scattered energy, like there's a lot of nervousness as well. So you got to tighten that up. Grounding would be good. Working on that root chakra to really get you rooted, okay? So I want to talk about this Neptune sacrifice card. If you know anything about astrology, how to, Neptune is the planet of illusions, right? You have to get together your reality. What is real and what is not? Are you seeing clearly? Is there something that you need to take a look at again to make sure that you're seeing it right? What is that? What is it exactly that's real in this situation? Are your expectations of yourself and others even real? There's some type of sacrifice that's going to have to be made. And this sacrifice is going to entail you really breaking down those beliefs, those thoughts, really breaking down what you once thought was true, which may not be now. So this is something that you really have to break through. I'm seeing a vision of a rose coming through concrete. I see that. Being able to break through those barriers at all costs, no matter what anyone tells you. I'm also hearing something to the effect of there's something about how you once perceived yourself to be that may not even fit the script that you're trying to be now, like where you're going. Like there's something that has to be let go of in terms of that. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from with that, because I am getting a lot of fogginess and confusion here. Really figure out what that is, okay? So, your next card is called Six of Thought. Peaceful times are on the horizon. The storms have passed, and now you can see that your destination is within sight. The stress in your life will begin to fade away, allowing for happier times. It may be necessary to take a journey over water or to another country. So, this goes into what I was saying about moving away from certain thoughts, certain patterns. And I really like this card because sometimes it's just really difficult to break through those barriers under so much stress. Like sometimes it feels like so much is going on at once that you may feel like you'll never see an end to what you're going through. But it shows me that the more that you are able to detach from what you thought you knew and open yourself to something that is brighter, that things could actually get better. Maybe a tower moment needs to happen, or maybe it already has. Because it says the storms have passed. I feel as though for Pile 2 in time, you will get to where you need to be like everyone else. I would say yes, you are heading in the right direction. But you have to usher this change in more. There's still more that you have to do. And I mentioned that previously, right? So really consider what it is that I'm saying about that. It's not 100, but you're getting there. So let me see what the tarot deck has to say. I have the Prince of Swords in reverse. All these cards have popped out. Let's see what they say. Okay. I'm going to start with the Prince of Swords in reverse. Some of you guys really have to get real about what it is that you're seeing. Some of you guys are pushing for something that really just needs to be either put to a halt or just reevaluated. Like you gotta clear the way. Some of you guys just aren't even being that honest with yourself. So with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I see something here that you need to really bring more commitment towards. Some of you guys might struggle being committed to something. If you could find yourself to be committed to something and prove it to yourself, then this is going to be good for you. Hey guys. What I'm hearing is you first have to commit to yourself, and then the rest will follow through. Don't expect someone to commit to you if you're not doing that for yourself, right? And don't expect anyone to take you seriously. So I have a reoccurring card here with the Six of Swords in reverse, which is the same thing as this card, right? Six of Thought. Well, you probably don't know that, but so with, anytime when I get a card in a reading that's like one is upright and the other one is in reverse, it always lets me know that something is split. It's like, with the Six of Swords, I'm getting the energy of like, yes, you're pulling back, but it's like you're still going towards what you have an inkling of that you shouldn't be messing around with anymore, So you got to make up your mind. Pile 2, some of you guys might be air signs, sun, moon, or ascendant Venus. Get these thoughts organized, okay? There's something that you need to pull back of with the Four of Cups. You really have to figure out if something is really what you want. Is the story you're telling yourself the thing that you envision? Is it truly something that's going to interest you in the long term, or are you going to get bored with it quick? Decide what you're going to do about that, okay? Okay. I have another card, Seven of Cups in reverse, which also gives me the feel of like someone that's not seeing as clearly as they could. And same thing with the Neptune energy, you really have to break this down. You guys aren't really seeing as clear as you could for your future. There's more to be discovered here, and it's like you guys aren't really allowing yourself to really see that through because you're distracted by something else, or maybe you just want something else so bad. But you gotta loosen up on the reins a bit, is what I'm hearing. Nine of Swords. What did I just say earlier? I talked about confusion, right? I'm pretty sure I talked about confusion. Anxiety is here. You guys, I'm not upset with you. I know this is hard. Like, I'm seeing a lot of mental work here. Some of you aren't even talking to anyone. Like, you guys have things that you need to release. If there's someone that you can talk to, like a therapist or a trusted friend, to really help you break down some of these thought patterns that you have, or some of your beliefs, then do that. You gotta unwind from it, because for some of you, I just see how it's affecting your mental health. Some of you guys are afraid of the future and what's to come. You gotta gain more confidence about that and work with that energy. So that's what I have for pile 2. I hope that helps. Okay, I'm going to be moving on. Okay, I have the elephant, pile 3. Okay, your first card, a clockwork pumpkin, a wonderful idea, the aha moment. Community in reverse, solar eclipse revolution, successful completion, pile 3. Is pile 3 heading in the right direction? I will say yes, that you are, and the universe is really backing you on this. So with the first card, it talks about an aha moment, right? You know how sometimes like you're sitting by yourself and you're just thinking, and then all of a sudden it's like, dang, I didn't realize that before. Like it all makes sense now. So for pile 3, I see how things are beginning to make sense to you. Things that happened in the past, things that may have happened in the recent past. It's just like one day you're gonna wake up, live your life, and then the next day or the next few days or the next week, you're just gonna be like, damn, like so much has changed for me, or I changed a lot. And it's like, I just see the energy moving so swiftly for you to where like you don't even notice that sudden change. Because it's like the universe is working with you to the point where it's almost like things just have happened overnight. It's like the energy just switches. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that, but you know, in my life that has happened to me. Like one moment I'm here and then 2 weeks later it's like, how did I get here? You know? So this is good so far. You guys are also going to be getting new ideas for your future and what it is that you want to do, who it is that you aspire to be for your purpose. I see for pile 3 that a lot of what's going on is on you, because when I have the community card in reverse, it shows me how maybe support can be hard to come by. Maybe you guys don't really have as much support as you would like. But it shows me that you can get that in time. You can. Something's going to require a bit of a fight, though. If I'm not mistaken, a solar eclipse is coming up. Can anybody back me on that? Because I don't know the exact date, but I'm pretty sure solar eclipse is coming up. Is it this week, next week? When is it? I'm going to have to look it up. So with this solar eclipse energy, I have the number 44 here. If you have been seeing the number 44, then this is definitely your pile. 44 equals 8. This is the energy of Saturn. Some of you guys might be going through your Saturn return. Right now, Saturn is in Aquarius. I know we're going through I know that we're going through a retrograde in Saturn. So anytime when you go through a retrograde and it's under certain planets, then that means that things are going backwards. It's pretty much like tidying up the loose ends that maybe you missed, you know, last year, a few months ago. So it's like another chance to get things right, is what I'm hearing with that. I see it twice here that you guys will be successful with this revolution card and successful completion. So yes, off bat, like, yeah, you're heading in the right direction and you're being pushed towards that. Don't worry too much about not having as much support. That will come. But as of right now, you're doing the groundwork, just trusting yourself that you have what it takes to push yourself in the right direction, and that you're being led. So the successful completion card, it says this is a time of incredible accomplishment. You're justified in feeling joy, a sense of completion, and pride in the amazing job you've done. You've been blessed with many spiritual insights. Soon, you'll begin a new journey, but for now, take time to bask in the happiness of your dreams coming true. So, listen, these cards go hand in hand. I talked about realizations coming to you guys, right? And the other card says spiritual insights. I can't make this up. Things are coming together. Okay? And things are coming together whether the haters around you want it to or not. The show must go on. So don't think that somebody's going to get in the way, because it already shows me right now that that ain't happening. I figured that that's what it was. I did feel fire sign energy here, and it came out. Let me get one more. So yes, Prince of Wands, and I have the Queen of Wands in reverse, right? For some of you, you do need to get more serious about this transformation that you're going through. Have more confidence and trust. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, though, like I'm getting that something about an attitude check. Like, make sure you're not letting your ego get in the way, okay? Like, we know that you have it going on. It's coming through. Yes, you're gonna reap your rewards, right? It's gonna work out. But just try not to get in your own way, because the universe says you already got it. Whatever that is that you said that you wanted is coming through, right? Three of Pentacles in reverse. Is this what I'm seeing? Because initially I thought that no one was really supporting you and that you guys didn't really have a support system. But now that I have this here, I'm wondering if some of you just aren't really keen on like working in groups. Maybe you guys aren't as cooperative as you may portray yourself to be. If you have somebody around you that you feel that you can trust, then maybe you should allow them to help you a bit, okay? Because when I get these two cards and they have mirroring energy, it just lets me know that there's some form of projection here where you might feel like you don't need someone, and thus maybe people like stand back and then they're like, oh, she don't need me, he don't need me, right? So that's what I'm hearing with that. Make sure that you're not putting out a certain energy. Make sure that what it is that you want, you're acting like it rather than, shooting yourself in the foot. So consider that, okay? The Magician card, last but not least, you're making shit happen, okay? You're making shit happen. I mean, especially if you align your actions and your words together, be careful of that projection I was telling you about, and this is going to come through full force. Now, the alignment that you need to do isn't exactly interfering with where it is that you're going, but it could, so watch it. Because I see a lot of the work that's being done right now is the universe, but I don't want you to get comfortable. Like, you should never get comfortable with that. Don't get comfortable with it, okay? So you guys, that is pile 3. I'm going to put the timestamps in the comments. If you have any questions for me about any of these piles, you can ask in the comments. If you have any revelations or anything that resonated, you could put that in the comments as well. So this is the end of our video of where am I, like, if I'm heading in the right direction. Am I heading in the right direction in my life? I hope that this was helpful, and I appreciate everybody that has showed up to my live. It's been a while. So you guys, with that, I'm going to end it here. Really appreciate it.